Dear friends, welcome to the 7th day of fasting. I'm sending my love from Malta, the little rock in the middle of the Mediterranean, bearing 70 years' history of the Baha'i faith. The quality that we are dedicating our thoughts to today is unrestrained as the wind. Wind in the Maltese Islands is very common because of their geographical position. On average, only 25 days a year are windless, with 92% of all days experiencing winds of at least force 2, often reaching storm levels of force 10 or more. The word unrestrained suggests something uncontrolled, uncurbed, unhampered. Thus, in windy Malta, it is not difficult to translate this description of a relentless force into that of an individual who, quoting from Shoghi Effendi in Advent of Divine Justice, does not wait for any directions or expect any special encouragement from the elected representatives of his community, nor be deterred by any obstacles which his relatives or fellow citizens may be inclined to place in his path, nor mind the censure of his critics or enemies. I would like to read you a quote by Baha'u'llah about the theme of being unrestrained as the wind. For further reference, you may want to look up gleanings from the writings of Baha'u'llah, number 161, paragraph 2. Be unrestrained as the wind, while carrying the message of Him who hath caused the dawn of divine guidance to break. Consider how the wind, faithful to that which God hath ordained, bloweth upon all the regions of the earth, be they inhabited or desolate. Neither the sight of desolation, nor the evidences of prosperity can neither pain nor please it. It bloweth in every direction, as bidden by its Creator. So should be everyone that claimeth to be a lover of the one true God. It behoveth him to fix his gaze upon the fundamentals of his faith, and to labor diligently for its propagation. Wholly for the sake of God, he should proclaim his message, and with that same spirit accept whatever response his words may evoke in his hearer. Now I would like to share with you the story of Leonora Holsapple, named the spiritual mother of the Baha'is of South America. I hope you will enjoy it.
On June 23, 1895, the first child of Samuel and Grace Holsapple was born. They named her Leonora. When she was 13, her maternal grandmother began to teach her granddaughters the truths of the new day. Leonora was greatly attracted by this new revelation and began memorizing passages and prayers from the writings. The desire to pioneer first ignited in Leonora's soul when, in 1919, at the Baha'i Convention in New York, the tablets of the Divine Plan of Abdu'l-Baha were unveiled. Immediately, and quite spontaneously, she wrote to the Master offering her services. His reply was, "You have expressed your great desire to serve at the divine threshold and to heal the sick with the divine panacea, those sick who are afflicted by passion and ego. Spiritual illness is more serious than physical illness because it may be that the latter can be turned into health and vigor with the slightest remedy, whereas the former will not be cured by thousands of known treatments. My hope is that you may become a spiritual doctor." Leonora relates, "This hope of the Master became my highest aspiration. It immediately seemed to me that this could be my exact task." Leonora made the bold decision to pioneer to Brazil. Her decision caused serious worries for relatives and friends. Exposing oneself to peril and hardship in a country so far away, much of it covered by jungle, alone, with no friends and not knowing the language, seemed sheer madness. I felt my resolve waver when suddenly I had the idea to go through Montreal to consult May Maxwell. Though May was unwell, once she knew my situation, she got up from her bed, and in a tone that still resonates in my memory, she said, "Leonora, what are you waiting for? Go!" Leonora replied, "Okay, I'll take the next ship." And so it was that, on January 15, 1921, at the age of 26, and with only enough money for 2 weeks, she set sail from New York on a divine adventure destined to last nearly 60 years. At dawn on February 1, 1921, the motor vessel Vasari made its way through the shimmering waters of that majestic harbor. Below deck, in a second-class berth, sat an attractive and cultured young American woman, alone, gazing upon the scene. In her heart, she nurtured the vision of an indescribably glorious mission, to spread the light of God for this day throughout an entire continent. She had no friends in the city, no job, and spoke no Portuguese. All very strange for someone who openly admitted to lacking self-confidence. Clearly, she was depending on something else. Life in her new spiritual homeland was never easy. She often suffered from loneliness, lack of resources, malnutrition, and illness. Gradually, as she learned to speak Portuguese well, she managed to support herself more effectively. She discovered that teaching English, the main avenue open to her, was a valuable way to meet people and interest them in the faith. Providentially, from Baji in June of 1921, just before his passing, Abdu'l-Baha had revealed a second tablet for her. This tablet became a source of great comfort to her, not only during that tragic period, but throughout the long years that followed. On the envelope, the master had written only, "Brazil, to the handmaiden of God, Leonora Holsapple." Amazingly, it reached her. No doubt the master knew it would. In this tablet, he refers to Leonora as a herald of the kingdom, invites her to thank God for he has illuminated your sight, and you are illuminating the sight of others. The friends, in their inebriation, will grow in rapture and ecstasy, and will begin to intone melodies and harmonies whose song will reach the celestial concourse, rejoicing and delighting the holy ones. He advises her to say that entry into this divine cause is accompanied by infinite honor and eternal sovereignty. Leonora Holsapple's tireless pioneering activities would extend over 6 decades of continuous service and alone had opened 6 nations to the faith. On her passing, the Universal House of Justice sent the following tribute. Hearts grieve at the passing of the distinguished counselor Leonora Holsapple, beloved handmaiden of Abdu'l-Baha, spiritual mother of South America. Her 60 years of valorous service in the Brazilian field of endeavor brighten the annals of the faith in that promising land.
Dear friends, thank you for listening. It was an honor to be with you this morning, and I hope you have a wonderfully illumined day.
He is the compassionate, the all-bountiful. O God, my God, thou seest me, thou knowest me, thou art my heaven and my refuge. None have I sought, nor any will I seek save thee. No path have I trodden, nor any will I tread, but the path of thy love. In the darksome night of despair, my eye turneth expectant and full of hope to the morn of thy boundless favor. And at the hour of dawn, my drooping soul is refreshed and strengthened in remembrance of thy beauty and perfection. He whom the grace of thy mercy aideth, though he be but a drop, shall become the boundless ocean, and the merest atom which the outpouring of thy loving kindness assisteth, shall shine even as the radiant star. Shelter under thy protection, O thou Spirit of purity, thou who art the all-bountiful provider. This enthralled and kindled servant of thine, aid him in this world of being to remain steadfast and firm in thy love, and grant that this broken winged bird attain a refuge and shelter in thy divine